Welcome, Gemini, to your chakra reading for April. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new? Welcome, welcome. Hey, guys, let's see what's going on with your chakras this month. Straight in here. This chakra for you is talking about that third eye chakra, talking about seeing and forgiving and forgiveness. There also feels like there's this thing, it's almost like seeing is believing, knowing that if someone did hurt you from the past, that seeing exactly how it's affecting you is actually going to help you forgive the situation. So definitely talking about that. Okay, and talking also about this solar plexus, getting deep into the intentions of the situation, and within the inner strength. Within the solar plexus, you have that inner strength. That's the place where you hold yourself and you say, ugh, and you get all your strength, right? We see it in karate, we see it in these places, because there is where all the inner strength is going to be. And it's actually going to crack and break the mold, getting you to the forgiveness that you need, whether it's forgiveness of yourself or something that went down within another, a different relationship or a situation. The forgiveness is talking about definitely a time for family healing, friendship healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding, belonging, self-forgiveness, and fulfillment. So if you're, dealing with these things, just remember that it takes a lot of inner strength, and really building the inner strength to really break that mold, to really get back down to the heart of the situation, and really seeing this unfold before you. So Spirit is very big on wanting this to take place, so that way you can feel whole and fresh again, not holding on to that baggage, or maybe ridding a skeleton within the closet, depending on how you're holding this hurt, this pain within you. I'm really observing the situation, and there it is again, talking about that third eye, because you're really observing the situation from a different now perception. So it's almost like I see what's going on, and like I said, seeing is believing, because now you need to look at it from a different standpoint, perceiving it in a different way, kind of step back from the situation and look into the situation, so that way you can build the inner strength to move past it. Over here, it's talking about trust the universe, right? Trust that the universe can help you do this. Trust in the universe that, you're not alone, that this can be dealt with the right way, and the healing process can be done the right way once you have trust, not only within the universe, but also allowing the universe to come through, so that way you can also feel like you can trust within yourself. So it will actually work as two in one. As the parrot over here says, listen intently to understand. And, that's going to be listening to your higher self within the situation, as you're seeing it through your third eye. I also see a lot of pink over here, which is also talking about the crown chakra. So we're also talking about the unity within yourself. As you become one within yourself, you're also becoming one within soul and spirit, which is the universe itself. So you can combine your soul with yourself within the universe. And then you'll really be picking up that, star chakra as well, right? As you're really pushing yourself towards more divine areas, really bringing in the peace and the hope with you see the rainbow over here. So definitely knowing that you'll be in a more peaceful state of mind, and it will help you move in different ways and not have to also block so much, to where you feel like, I'm definitely healed. I'm definitely good. I'm really good. Because you might say, you know what, I am good now, and I like to keep myself blocked off. But that's not good. That's not good. That's a part of the insecurity. If you're too blocked off to where, you can't open that, to someone else, and remind you, if that's not you, can throw that piece away. But If you're so blocked off that you can't allow your heart chakra to be open, and you can't accept love or doing those things, that's not healthy. It's actually a part of insecurity of not wanting to be hurt. So what Spirit is saying, you have to find that within yourself so that you can get rid of that block and really open up, and that's really going to break that mold. See, as she's breaking the mold, you see the light coming through, right? So that's really that's what really being healthy is. Being healthy is not having those kind of barriers where you have such a gate around you. You got moat and alligators that are going to eat people. You know what I'm saying? Barriers are different from being blocked. When you're gated off, that means no one's coming in. When you have barriers, that means you're going to only have this and you're going to only be able to do that because I'm holding control of my situations, right? That's different and that's healthy. But to say things like, I'm done with love, I'm never going to love again, stay away from me, and then you're holding off some cross like they're all vampires. It's not healthy. Okay, so getting straight over here, let's pull the 2 cards to the situation. Ooh. Yes, finding the inner peace within yourself so that way you know that you're healthy. You know that you actually have the true inner peace to your, within yourself, and actually really nurturing and feeling like the imprints that you are, really feeling like you have the better control. Because if you really are just blocked off, that's not really having control. That's just saying I have an insecurity and I'm not going to let you in because I'm not going to allow myself to get hurt. So really over here, this is saying I'm going to allow the compassion to come through. I'm going to allow the love to come through. I am going to allow the Venus to shine, having the nurturing, allowing nurturing to come towards me. Some people, they bar themselves off so much they don't even allow another person to show any empathy or compassion to them, right? So we definitely don't want that because that hurts other people's feelings as well. Okay, so definitely needing to find that inner peace so that we can get back to, Empress mode over here, Venus mode. Feeling whole again. So with the inner strength, the observe and the parrot, definitely not cold shouldering this situation anymore as you're perceiving it from a different point of view, my friend, and you're looking back at about, how I'm doing things. You're definitely going to say, okay, I got this. Everything's going to be okay. I don't have to cold shoulder this anymore. I've got this. Everything's fine. And it's really going to move you towards better things for yourself and really allowing yourself to move in the right direction and really feeling like you're, like I said, whole again, and your chakras are moving the way they're supposed to be moving. When you bar yourself down, you're not allowing your heart to open. When your heart isn't open, you're missing out on a lot of different kind of opportunities, not just in love, but other opportunities. You'd be surprised how much other opportunity you might be missing. Right. So saying, that I'm not 100% surrendering to the situation, I'm actually healthily fixing the situation, right? Because once again, if you're just going to surrender and say, oh, fine, I'll do it, that's not healing, right? That's just causing another issue for another issue. We can't fix one issue by causing another issue. So this is literally saying I'm going to pull each sword out, but I'm going to do it gently. As I am watching and seeing how this is unveiling and unraveling itself, then I will be able to take bigger steps as I'm going through, really getting back to that compassion that I have for myself. And this is a part of self-love as well. So remember, the Empress is also about a lot of self-love. The Venus loves herself, right? Because she has a lot of self-love because she knows what she can harvest. She knows that she can birth things around her, and really bringing things to life and into, I guess you could just say into light, into life, because she brings a lot of harvest. And she really is a part of rebirth in her own way, birthing new ideas, birthing new life into things. So you kind of say she's kind of the breath of life over here. But she knows her self-worth, and that's exactly what you're doing over here. You're saying, I know my self-worth. I don't have to hold on to these things anymore. And people want to come to me and show me love. I guess I'll just get rid of that because you know what? It's worth it, right? It's worth, excuse me, it's worth it to myself. Throat's getting dry. No longer holding on to the pains and the agonies of the past. And for some of you might not even know that that's exactly what's going on over here, because you might have said, but I already did this and I already did that. But if you're still barring yourself and burying yourself and saying no more of this and no more of that, I'm not going to allow people to show me compassion or nurturing or any of these things. That's really just hurting yourself, your soul, actually, because your soul is here to learn. And the biggest thing that we have is love, the awareness of love. We're all built on that. The Emperor over here, this is going to allow you to have better stability in certain areas of your life and making you feel like you are stronger and more in control of the situation, instead of allowing that situation to always control you or make you feel anxiety or anything that makes you feel a little insecure or any of the above, right? So this is definitely going to be working on definitely your vitality, and also having all the gold over here is talking about that star chakra of the star soul chakra, of how you are now uniting yourself with a higher pieces of yourself to bring them, two in one. Because remember, you're a soul being having a earthly experience, not an earthling having a soul experience. So it wants you to move to these other levels, because we're tested on certain things, because that's what your soul wanted. It wanted you to be tested on this love. Can you pass the test of love? Can you do the things that I tested you on doing? We're all tested differently. So that soul can have the overall experience of being human. Things that it can't do on the other side. So with the Parrot over here, it says, yes, you need, if any kind of, depression or anything that's going on within you that you're holding on to, these pains, will now be dispersed as you're feeling and really listening to your higher self and to your own calling. Like I said, it's always through perception, though, as well. And the idea of perception, too, my friends, is, remember, when you see your friend, it's the same idea. When you see your friend is in pain, or they're doing something dumb, or they're being used by someone, and you know that that's true, but they're denying the whole situation, but yet you can perceive it for exactly what it is. That's because you're not walking in their shoes. Now, when you walk in their shoes, you will realize there's depression, there's this, there's that. But from the perception that you're seeing, you're saying you're in denial, because in seriousness, this person doesn't treat you good. And you're not treating yourself good by staying within this relationship, right? And that's from the friend's point of view, right? So what you're going to do is step out of your own shoes, become your own friend, and now look at yourself, right? Now that's some reflection, right? That's what we call mirror reflection, right? And you're going to look outward and you're going to say, that's shadow work. Wow. Okay. Maybe I was in denial. Maybe I am hurting myself. Because now you're going to see it from a different point of view. So that's what shadow work is, and that's really what you're going to do, is you're going to step outside of your own shoes and look at it from a friend's point of view. The best way to do this sometimes, too, is write down things that are going on from one point of view, weigh your pros and cons, and then take a deep breath, and then kind of read it out loud, and then it will kind of hit you, and you'll say, oh, yeah, a lot of people don't like shadow work. I personally do not, because you can find all your flaws and all your mistakes, but it's healthy. It's healthy because then that's when you really get down to the situation and say, I messed that up. And yes, it's going to bring some sadness. Absolutely, because as soon as you figure out what the hell you've done wrong, everybody is going to have this schniz effect, right? But it's healthy, because then once you do that, then you're going to be more in an emotional state and have more inner peace, because you're going to say, oh, now I know how to fix this. Absolutely. And then the passion for yourself comes back, and you start opening the doors of passion to yourself and having full awareness of what's going on around you and knowing how to fix the situation, right? Because then you'll notice and recognize anything toxic that you've been doing to yourself, or allowing someone else to do. But then that forgiveness will start flowing through, right? As you start realizing what's really going on. And really, it's all about perception to get to this forgiveness, right? Whether it's for them or for yourself or two in one, however it is, take it how it resonates. Because no one's perfect on this planet, so we have to always take a step back to figure out what the heck is really going on. It's just that some seem, a little more evil than others. But with the Knight of Swords over here, you're just going to say, I'm going to leave that in the past. Fine, and I get through it. I perceive it. I understand it. Now I'm going to move forward and away from it, so that way I can continue on my journey, not allowing this to affect me anymore. Because it's just becoming your own nightmare. And if this person is your own nightmare, at least then you can understand that I'm not going to mess with them anymore, right? But at least I have a better understanding of how they made me feel, or I can forgive them because maybe they are evil intenters and they're never going to change. I'll forgive them for they don't know what they do, or even if they do know what they do, well, I'll forgive them because you know what? Forgiving them makes it better on me, because now I don't carry that weight. I don't carry my heart in a paper cup. I don't have a moat around my heart with a huge gate around it, things of this nature. So it's just offering the opportunities and the olive branch to yourself, allowing yourself to move and grow, and starting these new, fresh cycles for yourself, and making a new beginning for yourself where you feel, free. How about that? Free. Okay. And, friends, I always say it too, if it's not your reading and you know that somebody else, especially with these chakras, and you know that this might be somebody else that like, let's say you're like, this is not my reading. Like, but you know what? I know somebody like this. You can always pass that on, right? Pass that on to someone else if you can get them to listen, right? If you can get them to listen. Because I always say that these readings are always good for almost anyone, because it's actually a good learning tool to pass on to friends, family, our loved ones. So like I say, if it's not really, just for you, you may know someone that this, what, I can tell that's exactly what so-and-so needs. You can always pass that down, because I do believe that these readings are good for everyone to learn, not just certain signs. So, because they do hit on so many other signs as well, not just you. It's going to hit on Taurus. It's going to hit on Leo. You see what I'm saying? So, so I always say, it's always, you're just kind of maybe just learning too. Okay. And if you guys are, spiritual advisors out there, it gives you something else to learn maybe as well, that you can pass down to your students or however as well. Okay. So beautiful reading for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.